Oh, oh. Those clucks have so much resonance to them. Holy.
Be my crew don't play, this is cyber we don't play. Go on sector right, okay. Fling on this all night all day. Be my crew don't play, this is cyber we don't play. Bring on pick right, okay. Bring on deep on night all day.
Ooh.
Technically, very solid, but timing issues.
For sure. Actually, wouldn't have noticed.
It was mostly at the beginning. He's fixed them by now.
I love the style of bass.
The click roll? Yeah, I wish I could do it.
You can roll like this, like.
Okay, counter.
Be my crew don't play, this is cyber we don't play. Go on sector right, okay. Fling on this all night all day. Be my crew don't play, this is cyber we don't play. Bring on pick right, okay. Bring on deep.
Always reminds me of like Moon Time.
I don't know that off the top of my head.
Oh, oh. Those clucks have so much resonance to them. Holy shit.
I don't believe those were actually clucks. I think that was vocalized, and he was just sort of stuttering it with a very open
fast
mouth.
glottal.
Yeah,
it's very quick.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
I've heard similar sound from Batako. Japanese beatboxer battled Codfish in 2018. But specifically in that Batako versus Codfish, he used a similar technique to that. He was doing the glottal stop slower, but he was adding in between, which would be more what you were hearing initially with this.
Come with me and you'll see I live in a world of I don't give a fuck, bitch.
Yeah, this is just chest-based cop snare pretty much so far. Vocalized. Yep. Gotta pull him out early, I feel like. Because if he pulls it out in the finals, everyone's just gonna be like, oh, it's Napom.
Yeah. I still live in a world of I don't give a fuck, bitch.
He's using sucker punches here. Classic Napom lip roll combos.
We attach it.
It's so clean.
Yeah.
The articulation is like fucking on point.
100%. I think the last sound he really used there was just vocalized lip bass. I don't use lip bass and he does, so his is much stronger than mine.
He had an opportunity to have a different word rhyme on the I don't give a fuck, but then he would have given a fuck, and then it's less compelling. It's funny, a lot of beatboxers are so used to
like
a bunch of headbangers.
Where you always have to be halfway to a throat bass if you're going to say anything, yeah.
Yeah.
That started because of Pash, the Mad Twin, I believe. Started doing that whenever he rapped, and then everyone started copying him because it's easier to just do that than it is to develop an actual unique, good-sounding rap voice because it's harder than people imagine.
Because that sound is so popular, I think people are struggling with just singing. It's not like he went crazy flat, maybe 1 cent at most. I mean, maybe I'm a curmudgeon because that's what I'm used to, but if the tension isn't being used very specifically, intentionally, kind of throws me off a little bit. But that's totally a bias because classical music, older styles of jazz and older musical theater stuff, you retract the false folds. We a bunch of headbangers. That sound comes from adduction, where classical would be an abduction. So boosh, boosh. Right? People make their lives more difficult, I feel like, with that one. Maybe this is the equivalent of get off my lawn.
Someone who's a little bit more in tune with things there. I feel like so many of them avoid using their voice at all. In the lower levels of beatboxing, there are a lot of beatboxers. Here's a great example of someone who is at a higher level. GBB23. Ice was a competitor. Abo Ice. Saudi Arabian beatboxer. Crazy shit. Whenever he said something as part of a routine, 2013, sort of that voice that you were talking about, or it was a whisper. Heavy, louder whisper. When it comes to online battles, what everyone is doing is just whispering loudly into their microphone